Hello everyone, today I want to tell you a story about the moment someone discovers that love can be a weapon. It's about a daughter who thought she was helping her mother pack for a move, and instead found proof that she'd been collecting ammunition for years. This is the Apology Archive. It's almost midnight when Maya pulls open the bottom drawer of her mother's desk. She's looking for stamps. Her mother went to bed an hour ago, and Maya promised she'd finish labeling the moving boxes tonight. The drawer slides open with a low scrape that sounds too loud in the quiet house. Inside, beneath a stack of old greeting cards, there's a folder. A thick one. The tab is labeled in her mother's precise handwriting, Maya Apologies. Maya's hand freezes halfway to the folder. Her name. Just her name, and that one word. She glances toward the hallway. The house is silent except for the hum of the refrigerator 2 rooms away. She lifts the folder out. It's heavy. The kind of heavy that comes from years of accumulation. The manila is soft at the edges, worn from handling. She sets it on the desk and opens it. The first page is a handwritten note on lined paper, the kind she used in middle school. The date in the corner reads April 2011. She would have been 13. The words are in her own careful script. Mom, I'm sorry I embarrassed you in front of your friends. I should have known better than to correct you. It won't happen again. Love, Maya. She doesn't remember writing it. But she remembers the incident. Her mother had told a story at book club, got a date wrong. Maya mentioned it quietly. Just a gentle correction. Her mother's face had gone cold. Maya flips to the next page. Then the next. Each one is an apology. Some are handwritten. Some are printed emails. Some are text message screenshots. All of them are from her. All of them are dated. All of them are organized chronologically. There are dozens of them. Maybe hundreds. Her breath catches in her throat. This isn't a folder. This is a collection. An archive. Her mother has been keeping every apology Maya ever gave her, filed away like evidence. Like trophies. Maya's hands start to shake as she turns another page. The room feels smaller. The air feels thinner. And somewhere in the back of her mind, a question forms that she's been avoiding her entire life. What kind of mother keeps score like this? Maya pulls the folder closer, her fingers trembling as she flips to the next page. It's a handwritten note on lined paper, the kind she used in middle school. The date at the top reads December 2010. She would have been 12. The words are in her own careful handwriting. Dear Mom, I'm sorry I ruined Christmas by getting sick. I know you worked hard to make everything perfect and I spoiled it by being in bed. I'm sorry I made you worry. I'm sorry I made everyone's day about me. Love, Maya. Below it, in her mother's precise script, a single word. Accepted. Maya's stomach turns. She remembers that Christmas. She'd had the flu. 102 fever. Her mother had made her write the apology from her bed, standing in the doorway with her arms crossed until Maya finished. She flips forward. More pages. More apologies. I'm sorry I embarrassed you at the grocery store. I'm sorry I talked back. I'm sorry I made you cry. Each one annotated. Some have dates circled. Some have stars in the margins. One has a yellow sticky note attached. Used this during college argument, very effective. Maya's hands are shaking harder now. She turns another page and finds a printed email from her freshman year. Subject line, I'm sorry about Thanksgiving. She remembers typing it at 2 in the morning, desperate to end the silent treatment that had lasted 3 weeks. Her mother had printed it out. Highlighted certain phrases. Written notes in the margins like a teacher grading an essay. Good acknowledgement of fault. Could be more specific about impact on family. She keeps flipping. The pages blur together. Apologies for being too loud. Too quiet. Too needy. Too independent. For having opinions. For not having opinions. For crying. For not crying enough. For existing wrong. Every single one preserved. Catalogued. Studied. The folder is thick. Easily 100 pages. Maybe more. Some of the earliest ones are on construction paper, written in crayon. She must have been 6. 7. Too young to even understand what she was apologizing for. Just old enough to know that saying sorry made the anger stop. Made her mother's face soften. Made the house feel safe again. Maya's breath comes faster. The room tilts slightly. This isn't normal. This isn't what mothers do. Normal mothers don't keep score. Don't build archives of their children's surrender. Don't annotate forced apologies like they're building a legal case. She turns to the last page in the folder. It's from 3 months ago. The apology she wrote after their fight about her new job. The one her mother said was taking her too far away. Too focused on herself. Not thinking about family. Maya had apologized for being selfish. For not considering her mother's feelings. For choosing her career over her relationship with her mom. Her mother had printed the text messages. All of them. Highlighted the word selfish in yellow. Written in the margin, keep this one. She always comes back to this. Maya closes the folder. Her hands are still shaking. But something else is rising underneath the shock. Something cold and sharp and clear. Her mother didn't keep these as memories. She kept them as weapons. And Maya just found the armory. Maya doesn't sleep. She sits at her kitchen table with the folder open in front of her. Her laptop glowing in the pre-dawn dark. She's building a timeline. Every apology. Every date. Every event her mother twisted into proof of Maya's instability. The coffee maker gurgles to life. She doesn't look up. Her fingers move across the keyboard. Typing dates into a spreadsheet. Cross-referencing text messages with family gatherings. With holidays. With the times her mother called relatives in tears. April 2019. Maya apologized for missing Easter dinner. She'd been in the hospital with pneumonia. But the apology her mother kept didn't mention that. It just said she was sorry for abandoning the family. For being selfish. For not prioritizing what mattered. Maya clicks to the next page. June 2020. She'd apologized for not visiting during lockdown. Her mother had shown that one to Aunt Linda. Told her Maya didn't care if she died alone. Never mentioned that Maya had been following quarantine protocols. That her mother had refused to wear a mask. That Maya had offered to do video calls every day. The apology made it sound like Maya just didn't want to be bothered. She takes a sip of coffee. Her hand is steady now. The pattern is so clear it's almost beautiful in its cruelty. Every apology was stripped of context. Edited. Weaponized. Her mother had built an entire narrative. Maya the ungrateful daughter. Maya the selfish career woman. Maya the one who always put herself first. And she'd used Maya's own words to do it. Maya opens her phone. Starts photographing each page. The folder. The highlights. The margin notes. Her mother's handwriting. Keep this one. Use this at Thanksgiving. Show Linda. She creates a new folder on her laptop. Labels it evidence. Uploads every photo. Backs it up to 3 different cloud services. She's not going to let this disappear. She opens her email. Scrolls through years of messages from her mother. The ones that came after each apology. The ones that referenced them. Do you remember what you said last time? You promised you'd do better. You always apologize but nothing changes. Maya had thought she was the problem. That she kept failing. Kept hurting her mother without meaning to. But her mother had been building a case. Collecting ammunition. waiting for the next time she needed to prove Maya was broken. The sun starts to rise. Maya's timeline is complete. 47 apologies over 8 years. Each one tied to a family event. A holiday. A gathering where her mother needed sympathy. Where she needed to be the victim. Maya clicks print. The pages start sliding out of her printer. She's making her own archive now. One that includes the context. The hospital records. The text messages her mother conveniently forgot. The emails from relatives asking why Maya was being so difficult. She staples the pages together. Slides them into a folder. Writes on the tab in careful letters. The truth. Her phone buzzes. A text from her mother. Good morning, sweetheart. Don't forget to bring the folder back when you come over today. We still have so much packing to do. Maya stares at the message. Her mother thinks she put it back. Thinks Maya saw it and said nothing. Thinks the power dynamic is still the same. Maya sets her phone face down on the table. She's not bringing the folder back. She's bringing something else. Her laptop. Her timeline. Her evidence. And a recording app already open on her phone. Because this time when her mother tries to rewrite history, Maya will have proof of every word. Maya hears the front door open downstairs. Her mother's voice calls out, bright and expectant. Maya, sweetheart, I'm home. Did you get my text? Maya doesn't answer. She sits at the kitchen table with the folder closed in front of her. Her phone is face up beside it, recording app already running. Her mother's footsteps come up the stairs. Light. Unhurried. The footsteps of someone who believes she's still in control. Her mother appears in the doorway, holding a bag of takeout. She freezes when she sees the folder. For half a second, her face goes blank. Then the mask snaps back into place. Maya, what are you doing with that? Her voice is careful. Too careful. Maya doesn't move. I found it. In your closet. Her mother sets the bag down slowly. Her eyes flick to the folder, then back to Maya's face. You went through my things? That's private, Maya. Those are my personal papers. Maya feels something cold settle in her chest. Not anger. Clarity. You kept every apology you ever forced out of me. Her mother's expression shifts. The careful look dissolves into something softer. Wounded. Oh, sweetheart. You don't understand. I kept those to remember how much I forgave you. Maya's hand tightens on the edge of the table. Her mother takes a step closer. You were such a difficult child. So angry all the time. I needed to remember that we got through it. That I didn't give up on you. The words land like they always have. Designed to make Maya doubt herself. To make her feel guilty for even questioning. But this time, Maya has seen the dates. The handwriting that got shakier as she got older. The apologies for things that were never her fault. Her mother reaches for the folder. Let's just put this back, okay? We don't need to make this into something it's not. Maya pulls the folder toward herself. Her mother's hand hovers in the air. Then her eyes narrow. What are you doing? Maya meets her gaze. I'm not giving it back. Her mother's face hardens. The soft, wounded look vanishes. Maya, give me that folder right now. No. Her mother's voice rises. This is my house. Those are my things. You have no right. Maya feels her pulse in her throat, but her voice stays steady. I have every right. These are my words. My apologies. You just kept them like trophies. Her mother slams her hand on the table. The sound cracks through the kitchen. You were always so dramatic. Always twisting things. I was trying to help you learn accountability. Maya doesn't flinch. She keeps her eyes on her mother's face. Watches the performance. The way her mother's expression cycles through hurt, anger, disbelief. All of it calculated. All of it designed to make Maya back down. Her mother's voice drops. Becomes almost pleading. Why are you doing this? After everything I've done for you. All the sacrifices I made. And this is how you repay me? By going through my private things and accusing me of what, exactly? Maya's hand moves to her phone. She stops the recording. Then she picks it up and holds it where her mother can see the screen. Of keeping evidence of emotional abuse. Her mother stares at the phone. Her face goes very still. What did you just do? Maya's voice is calm. Quieter than it's ever been in this house. I recorded this conversation. Just like I photographed every page in that folder. Her mother's mouth opens. Then closes. The performance falters. For the first time, Maya sees something real in her mother's eyes. Fear. Maya swipes through the photos on her phone. Slowly. Deliberately. Each one a perfect copy of her mother's handwritten records. The apology from when she was 12. The one from 15. The birthday incident. The college acceptance fight. All of it. Backed up to 3 different cloud services an hour ago. Her mother's eyes track the movement of Maya's thumb across the screen. She's calculating. Maya can see it. The same look she'd get before launching into a story about how Maya had always been difficult. How she'd always needed so much correction. But the calculation isn't landing on anything useful. Because for once, Maya got there first. I talked to a therapist, Maya says. Her voice is still that strange calm. Like she's reading from a script she's practiced. I showed her some of these. Not all of them. Just enough. Her mother's hand twitches toward the folder on the floor. Maya doesn't move to stop her. She doesn't need to. Do you know what she called it? Maya asks. She looks up from her phone. Meets her mother's eyes. Documentation of systematic emotional abuse. Her mother flinches. Actually flinches. That's not, she starts. Maya cuts her off. Not with volume. With certainty. You kept evidence of your own manipulation. Every time you forced me to write an apology for something I didn't do. Every time you made me take responsibility for your feelings. For your reactions. For your version of events that never happened the way you said they did. You documented it. She holds up the phone again. So I documented your documentation. Her mother's face does something Maya has never seen before. The mask doesn't just slip. It shatters. The careful concern. The wounded mother routine. The performance of patience with a difficult daughter. All of it drains away. What's left is raw. Exposed. You had no right, her mother says. But her voice has no power behind it. Maya almost laughs. No right? You kept a folder of forced apologies like they were report cards. Like they proved something about me instead of everything about you. Her mother reaches for the familiar weapons. After everything I've done for you. After I raised you alone. After I sacrificed. Maya shakes her head. I have a recording of you admitting you kept these to show people. To prove I was the problem. Your words. Not mine. The silence that follows is different from any silence that's ever existed in this house. It's not the silence of Maya swallowing her words. Not the silence of Maya making herself smaller. It's the silence of her mother realizing the game is over. Maya watches the realization move across her mother's face. Watches her try to find the angle. The spin. The way to make this about Maya's cruelty. Her overreaction. Her inability to just let things go. But there's no angle. Not anymore. Because Maya has receipts too. And hers tell the truth. Maya sits on the floor of her childhood bedroom, phone in hand. The folder is spread out beside her like evidence at a crime scene. Which is exactly what it is. Her mother is downstairs, probably rehearsing her defense. Probably calling Aunt Linda or Uncle James. Probably spinning the story before Maya can tell it. But Maya isn't waiting anymore. She opens the family group chat. The one her mother created years ago to keep everyone connected. To share updates and photos and maintain the illusion of a close, loving family. Maya has never posted much in it. Always felt like anything she said could be used against her later. Turns out she was right. She types carefully. No emotion. Just facts. I found something today while helping Mom pack. A folder labeled Maya's Apologies. It contains every apology I've ever written to her since I was 8 years old. Hundreds of them. For things like using the wrong tone. Forgetting to say thank you fast enough. Making her feel bad by being upset. I'm attaching a few examples so you can see what I'm talking about. She selects 3 images. The one from when she was 8, apologizing for crying too loud. The one from high school, apologizing for getting into her dream college because it made her mother feel old. The one from last year, apologizing for setting a boundary. She hits send. The whoosh sound feels like a door closing. Or maybe opening. Within seconds, the notifications start. Ping. 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 Her phone buzzes in her hand like something alive. Downstairs, she hears her mother's phone ring. Then ring again. Then again. Maya doesn't move. Just watches the messages populate. Aunt Linda, what? Maya, is this real? Uncle James, I need to call you. Her cousin Sophie, oh my God. Her mother's footsteps on the stairs. Fast. Frantic. Maya looks up as her mother appears in the doorway, phone pressed to her ear. Linda, it's not, she's twisting, you know how she gets. But Aunt Linda has already hung up. Maya can tell by the way her mother's face changes. The way she tries Uncle James next. Then Sophie. Then her own sister. No one is answering. They're all in the group chat. All reading. All seeing. Maya watches her mother scroll through the messages, watches her try to type a response. Delete it. Try again. Delete it. There's no spin for this. No way to make a folder full of forced apologies from a child look like anything other than what it is. Her mother looks at her. Really looks at her. And for the first time in Maya's life, her mother has nothing to say. The silence stretches. Maya's phone buzzes again. Another message. Another family member waking up to the truth. Her mother's carefully constructed narrative crumbling in real time. Maya stands up. Picks up the folder. I'm taking this with me, she says. And if you try to tell anyone I stole it or I'm lying or I'm being dramatic, they've all seen it now. They know. She walks past her mother. Down the stairs. Out the door. Her phone keeps buzzing. But she doesn't look at it yet. Right now, she just needs to breathe. To feel the weight of the folder in her hands. To know that the story everyone believed for so long is finally being rewritten. The first message comes from her aunt. The one who always said she was too sensitive. Too dramatic. The voicemail is shaky. Apologetic. She says she had no idea. That she's sorry she didn't see it. That she believes her now. The daughter listens to it twice. Not because she needs to hear it again, but because she needs to know it's real. Over the next few days, her phone doesn't stop. Her cousin sends a long text. Says she remembers being at family dinners where the mother would bring up old apologies. Use them as proof that the daughter was difficult, always causing problems. The cousin says she's ashamed she never questioned it. Her uncle calls. Says he found some of his own forced apologies in his childhood home. That he didn't realize it was a pattern until now. One by one, the people who believed her mother's version of events start to crack. They apologize. They admit they were manipulated. Some of them are angry at themselves. Some of them are angry at her mother. But all of them finally see it. The daughter doesn't respond to most of them right away. She's not ready to comfort anyone else yet. She's still processing what it means to be believed. To not have to defend herself anymore. To have proof that she wasn't the problem. Her mother tries to call. Tries to text. Tries to show up at her apartment. But the daughter doesn't answer. Doesn't open the door. Doesn't engage. She's done performing for an audience that was never going to clap. She hears through a relative that her mother is telling people the daughter manipulated the evidence. That she's lying. That this is all part of some vendetta. But no one's buying it anymore. The archive speaks for itself. The daughter starts therapy the following week. She brings the folder with her. Not because she needs to prove anything to the therapist, but because she needs to prove it to herself. That it happened. That it was real. That she's not crazy. The therapist listens. Nods. Says she's seen this before. Says the daughter did the right thing. Says healing is going to take time. But that she's already started. The daughter keeps the archive in a locked drawer. She doesn't look at it often. But she knows it's there. A record of what was done to her. A reminder that she survived it. And a promise that she'll never let anyone do it again. She blocks her mother's number. Deletes the voicemails without listening. Stops checking to see if she's tried to reach out. It's not forgiveness. It's not reconciliation. It's just done. And for the first time in years, the daughter feels like she can breathe. Like she's not waiting for the next accusation. The next demand for an apology she doesn't owe. She's building a life now. One where apologies are genuine. Where they mean something. Where they're not just currency in someone else's game. And that, she thinks, is the real victory. 3 weeks later, the daughter sits at her kitchen table in her new apartment. The morning light comes through windows she chose herself. The coffee is exactly how she likes it. No one is going to walk in and tell her she made it wrong. No one is going to ask why she's sitting there doing nothing when there's always something that needs to be done. She picks up her phone. Scrolls to the Photos app. The folder is still there. 217 images. Every apology letter. Every forced confession. Every piece of evidence that proved she wasn't crazy. She'd sent copies to her aunt, her grandmother, 2 cousins who'd always looked at her like she was the problem. The responses came slowly at first. Then all at once. Apologies. Real ones. The kind that acknowledged harm instead of demanding forgiveness. Her aunt called her mother a monster. Her grandmother said she wished she'd known sooner. One cousin just sent 3 words, "I believe you." The daughter hadn't responded to most of them yet. She wasn't sure she would. Because this wasn't about getting them on her side. It was about the truth finally being louder than her mother's version of events. She looks at the folder again. Her thumb hovers over it. She doesn't need it anymore. The truth is out. The people who matter know. The ones who don't believe her never will, and that's not her problem to fix. She selects the folder. Taps delete. The phone asks if she's sure. She is. The photos vanish. 217 pieces of evidence. Gone. She doesn't need to carry them anymore. Doesn't need to prove anything. The weight of it lifts. Not all at once. But enough. She sets the phone down. Picks up her coffee. Takes a sip. It's good. She made it exactly right. Outside, birds are singing. The world is moving on. So is she. Her mother tried to call yesterday. She didn't answer. Didn't listen to the voicemail. Didn't feel guilty about it. That's new. The guilt was always the hook. The thing that pulled her back in. The voice in her head that sounded like her mother, telling her she was cruel, ungrateful, heartless. But the voice is quieter now. Some days it's barely there at all. She thinks about the archive sometimes. Wonders if her mother still has it. Wonders if she looks at it and feels anything. Probably not. People like that don't see themselves clearly. They can't. If they did, they'd have to face what they've done. And that's a reckoning her mother will never choose. But the daughter has chosen hers. She's chosen to stop apologizing for things she didn't do. To stop shrinking herself to make someone else comfortable. To stop carrying the weight of someone else's cruelty and calling it love. She finishes her coffee. Rinses the mug. Sets it in the dish rack. The apartment is quiet. Peaceful. Hers. And for the first time in her life, she doesn't feel like she owes anyone an explanation for that. Not even herself. She's not sorry anymore. And she never will be again. That's the story of the Apology Archive. A collection of forced confessions that became evidence of abuse. A daughter who turned her mother's weapon back on its creator. And a reminder that sometimes the most powerful thing you can do is stop saying sorry for things that were never your fault. Thanks for listening. I hope this one stays with you.